Welcome back. So good news for workers earning the minimum wage after the Department of Labour and Employment increased it by 4%, effective from the 1st of March. However, one former minimum wage earner says the increases over the years have never been enough, especially as the cost of living continues to spike. The National Employers Association of South Africa, on the other hand, urges that raising the minimum wage is not in tune with the current economic environment. Business reporter Ntokozo Khumalo has the details.
Buso Mokone from the East Rand of Johannesburg left his full-time job 3 years ago to start his own business. Working as a forklift operator at one of the country's largest retailers of building materials and associated products, he was earning 3,500 Rand, the minimum wage at the time.
Ngoba ngalesikhathi lesi esasithola ngayo le 3.5 ukusuka ngaleso sikhathi ukuza manje izinto bezikhuphuka so kuyafana nje and then le 3.5 bekungaphileki ngayo umuntu mhlambe bekusinye isikhathi sokuthi melaye kumashonisa ufuna imali yokugibela uyabuya uthola le 3.5 bhatala umashonisa plus interest awusena nix uyogibela futhi for 1 week yabona ukuthi ushuthi uhlala usenkingeni nje.
While working as a driver, he also upskilled himself by taking opportunities to work as a cashier, deal with customers, and make himself available for late shifts, all to no avail as he saw no promotion or increase in pay over the 5 years he worked there. He took his last salary to start his own media services company, an option that he says is working out better for him and his growing family as he realized that the pace the minimum wage was edging up was not fast enough to meet his needs.
Business ingcono kakhulu kunalo msebenzi bengiyenza before because manje sengikwazile nokubuild clientele kule 3 years les operating ngayo kule business lena so iyakhula ibusiness kancane kancane and then manje sesicale futhi nenye ye photography ukuthi nje extend ama services wethu siza abantu abaningi.
While the Employment and Labour Minister Ntokozo Meth increased the minimum wage by 4.4% to 28 Rand and 79 cents per hour, effective from the 1st of March, Mokone highlights that this brings the wage up to about 4,000 Rand, something a lot of families cannot live with, especially in homes where the earner is the breadwinner taking care of multiple people. The CEO of the National Employers Association of South Africa, representing about 1,800 businesses and 65,000 workers, agrees that those earning the minimum wage are usually responsible for several people in the family. He, however, cautions that raising it is not in tune with the current economic landscape.
The economy is shrinking. And the population is growing much faster than we can create job opportunities. Stop controlling business. Leave business to be business. Allow them to become wealthy. Poor businesses don't pay well.
He highlights that hiking the minimum wage will not solve the country's growth problems, but rather worsen them. In a 2024 report, the department fingered retail, farming, security, and taxi industries as having the highest prevalence of non-compliance to the minimum wage or keeping people at the minimum wage despite years of service.
So what do you do if a business can't afford to pay it? He just doesn't pay it. Or he flies under the radar, or he reduces working hours, or he just don't employ. So it's counterproductive.
Furthermore, he warns that the minimum wage policy also hurts micro, small, and medium-sized businesses, such as Buso Works, from growing and making a real dent in unemployment in their communities.
Unless you can find that employer, you don't have a job. Now, if you don't have a job, what do you have? What's the alternative?
A point Mokone agrees on is that micro, small, and medium-sized businesses should be exempt from the minimum wage, as they are growing businesses creating employment opportunities for those who can't get work at large companies.
To
ensure fair pay for the country's lowest paid workers and limit exploitation, the government introduced the minimum wage in 2019. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Ntokozo Khumalo in Johannesburg.